Welcome back, folks. Hope you're having a great week. And a huge thank you to everyone who took the time to vote on my community page for the video tonight. We had a look at diesels, Legos, or a room walkabout. And based on your votes, the room walkabout was the winner. So tonight, that's exactly what we're going to do. This is more of a raw look at my room, so we're not going to spend time on any one piece of the collection tonight. We're going to take a little bit of a tour around the room itself, some of those other things that you don't normally see on my videos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you again. Let's crack open this door. Let's go. When you first walk into the room, you're looking at the north end of my layout, or the area that I call Addison. Now this view may be new to most of you. This is an area of the room that I rarely ever capture on video, because it's really a work area. I have a desk here, I have a work table here, I have a train shelf here that we'll look at in just a moment. I have some more train storage on this ledge right here, and a couch. In fact, a lot of the times when I hang out in this room with by myself or with my friends, we're sitting right here. It's a great spot to enjoy the layout, and it's a way to kick back because running trains can be really relaxing. Right now my work table is full of MPC engines. For obvious reasons, we've been doing a lot of MPC lately. So here's the Blue Comet from last week's video, and then obviously we have some of these other engines that I've been running from that era. I've been basically doing some routine maintenance and then doing some dusting. I actually love to use just regular makeup brushes. So if you're ever looking for a good way to dust your stuff off, these work great. I have like a cat hair right here on this one. Moving over into the corner of my room, I have this shelf where I store a lot of different engines. You'll see right now I have the Blue Comet up on the top. I kind of keep a rolling inventory of engines up on top depending on what's being run. You'll see I have a number of F units behind me. They're mainly sorted by size because it allows me to maximize the space on this shelf. And then moving downward, I have some modern and post-war mix. Here's some MPC Southerns. Love these guys here. Just a lot of cool engines over here. I have my friends from Sodor right next to me. Probably going to look at doing those in an upcoming video. Just something fun. And then here's an N-Gauge engine that I had. This is actually the second N-Gauge engine I ever owned. The first one we're going to see in just a few moments, up on my other shelf. As you round the corner, you'll see a more familiar shot of the layout, from the north end to the south end. This is a camera angle I use all the time, because it really helps me to capture the layout in its entirety, as best as I can. And then there's the layout from this end of the room. If I get up on my couch here, stand up, you can kind of really see it across the room. So yeah, north end here, yard going down the side, swinging around to the town of Bailey. The dimensions of this room are, 12 feet width-wise, and we're about 38 feet, wall to wall. My layout is roughly 27 feet long. I had a lot of choices when I was designing this, and, this is all explained in my layout video, but I love being able to immerse myself in the trains. I like to be able to walk into the middle of the action. It's just one of my favorite things to do. This is a view of the bench work and the underside of the layout. You'll see under the layout, I have my power distribution center right here. I have a voltmeter because you have to have one of these. I have a little bit of additional train storage. I have another set of post-war F3s down here. That's my backup set. And then I have a couple of my flat cars with tanks on them down here. The others are on the other side, which we'll look at in just a moment. You'll see I also have this IR track activator. This is yet to be installed. I'll be doing this on an upcoming video. Now again, we are behind the scenes, so let's swing the camera around under the table here. You'll see there's some more train storage right under the bridges. If you're wondering where we are on the layout, if I move up, you'll see a familiar scene. There's the passenger station, the mountain. So if I come down under the bench work, you'll see I have a little bit of storage in this old shadow box. Those clamps you see in the distance are actually holding some blocks that are supporting the back of that train station. Smoke and mirrors, folks. Isn't that awesome? You can make anything look like anything in this hobby. If we continue to move upward from the station, you'll see that I have some area that has yet to be covered with scenic backdrops. And then I have some storage right above it. We have a Penn-C Lionel TMCC engine sitting there. The post-war, that's actually not a post-war milk car, that's actually the reissue, and a Pennsylvania caboose. And right above that, folks, is my first N gauge set. So for those of you who have asked me, Chris, do you do N scale or HO scale? Absolutely, I used to. I've invested in this layout, so it's kind of what I'm doing. And then some caricatures of some friends of mine. And then my daughters hung this Hannah Montana poster before I did all of this high rail scenery. Yep, that's right. Hannah Montana is on the wall of my train room. And she's not coming down because when my daughters put her up here, not only is she just enough out of reach that I'd have to climb up on the ballasted area and try to pull it down, but I'm pretty sure they used Scotch tape, which is going to pull my drywall right apart. So she stays for now. Not much I can do about that. Let's move over to this next storage area. I have some built-in storage right here on this wall. You'll see I have an MTH Premier B&O American. This engine, I have a full passenger set. This is the Royal Blue. Love this set. Here's the Polar Express, the Scale Lionel Legacy set. At the George Bush funeral train, and then below it we have all of our proto smoke, we have all of the grease and all of the maintenance pieces that I use for the engines. I keep them stored here. As we move away from that shelf, we get to my Hudson shelf. This is one of my favorite shelves. I also wanted to note a couple of other things that are sitting behind the power center. One is my roll of 18 gauge wire. I use this to power my layout. This is actually speaker wire. Works like a champion though. So if you're able to get your hands on a spool, this was, I think, like a 200 to 300 foot spool. And I use this to do all of the bus wiring under my layout. I also have 2 spare pieces of fast track, because every now and then your engines might break or they might foul out and they have to go into timeout. So when my engines go into timeout, I use these test tracks to reprogram, reset, all those fun things. So that was a little bit of a look around my room. To wrap things up tonight, of course, we're gonna run trains. You didn't come here just to watch me walk around the room. So I have a couple of diesels on the main lines. I did throw my Baltimore and Ohio American on the line behind me. And I figured, because I was in Strasbourg last weekend for a day out with Thomas, we have a friend from Sodor that's gonna run on the north elevated line tonight. Thank you all so much for checking it out. We'll just fade right out after the run sessions tonight. So as always, thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to my channel. If you're here visiting, thanks for watching. If you're here by accident, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.